Hi, I'm Kim, the Abundant Traveler, and welcome back to the channel. I am sitting in one of my favorite hotels in one of my favorite cities in the world, Casa Rosada in San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. This video is all about some great hotels where you can stay when you're visiting San Miguel for the first time. If you'd like to go with me, I put on trips to San Miguel, which are great, fun girls' weekends with lots of food, lots of shopping, and lots of education. But let's go ahead and get started if you're planning a trip on your own for some great hotels in and around the center part of town. Let's talk a little bit about where to stay and why to stay, as well as things to look for when you're booking a hotel. First and foremost, the temperature varies greatly in San Miguel, so you want to make sure in the middle of the summer you have a hotel that has air conditioning. Also in the winter, you want to make sure that the hotel has a heater. I am here in November right now, and the temperature has varied widely from 30 degrees at night to almost 90 degrees in the day. So you just don't know what type of thing, AC or heat, you're gonna need. Also, while you're staying in San Miguel, it's extremely important, in my opinion, to be staying as close to La Parroquia or the center garden as possible. The streets are very narrow and they're not lighted well, and you don't want to be walking after dark too far away from all of the sites which are centered around La Parroquia. Also, if you're looking for a hotel that has a jacuzzi or a hot tub and a swimming pool, make sure that, especially the swimming pool, has a heater if you're coming in the middle of the winter. As far as how many stars you should stay, I probably would start with 3 to 3.5 stars and go all the way up, rather than trying a 2-star. First of all, 2 stars may not have the amenities you're looking for. Most of the 3 stars might not have the amenities you are looking for, and they may be too far away from the center part of town. So if I were you, I would spend about $120 at a minimum to stay in San Miguel. For $120, you can get a great hotel, maybe not a fancy hotel, but a great hotel very near the center. So something else to note, when you're staying at the hotels in San Miguel, it's great to get a hotel with breakfast included. It's really nice to go see the pastry shops and the coffee shops and everything, but it's really nice to have it taken care of at the hotel. The thing to note is a lot of the hotels do not have a kitchen or accommodation for breakfast in the hotel, so they have organized a restaurant down the street and they give you a coupon to go down the street and get your breakfast. As I start discussing all of these hotels, if you're interested in booking any of them, you can go to the description below. I have left a link for every single one of the hotels. So let's go ahead and get started with my favorite, where I'm sitting right now. This is Casa Rosada. It is just behind La Parroquia or the Central Garden. The staff is wonderful here. This hotel is phenomenal. It has a beautiful center courtyard. It has all of these beautiful flowers. And of course, it's painted pink like Casa Rosada. The rooms are very traditional, but it is a more rustic feel with this gorgeous Mexican tile, terracotta tile, and feel. The thing that I love here is the breakfast as well. They have incredible breakfast here, from chilaquiles to eggs benedict to omelets and basically everything you need. They are so kind and generous here, and it is such a wonderful place to stay. If you're looking for upscale and extremely fancy, then I would suggest that you stay at the Rosewood. The primary problem with the Rosewood is it is about a 10-minute walk from the Central Jardín or La Parroquia. Also, when you get there, it's got a resort style vibe, which means you actually never want to leave. They have a beautiful pool there. They have a kids pool. They have a beautiful spa called Sense. It is very elegant and very riche there, and it's a wonderful place to stay. That is probably the most expensive place to stay in San Miguel. And again, if you're looking for more of a resort luxury style, then the Rosewood is for you. On the flip side, if you're looking for a hotel that is relatively no nonsense, very contemporary, with great pillows, lots of goodies with towels and shampoos and all of that, very clean lined and very, very small, then I would suggest that you try Hotel Madi. Hotel Madi is about a block and a half off of La Parroquia. It's actually between La Parroquia and the Mercado and Fabrica Aurora. It's very small. They do include the breakfast. They also have a rooftop bar and a heated pool. That hotel is only around $110 a night, and it is a great choice if you just want something clean and fresh and simple without spending an arm and a leg. Right next door to Hotel Madi is a beautiful, more luxurious and well-known hotel, Hotel Nena, Nena. It is about 50% more than Madi, and you have this beautiful restaurant courtyard in the interior. You also have a swimming pool. The rooms are more traditional. It is very elegant, very quiet, and very peaceful. It's right next door to Hotel Madi between La Parroquia and the Mercado des Artesanes, which is all the shopping, ladies. So as I'm mentioning these wonderful hotels in and around San Miguel, if you're interested in coming on a girls weekend with me, make sure also to go to the description below because I have the latest link for my girls trip to San Miguel. We come on a Thursday, we leave on a Monday, we try some amazing restaurants, we do all kinds of shopping, and we have some wonderful tours and a cooking class at one of the hotels that I mentioned. So make sure, if you're interested, to go to the description below and click the link and join me on my next trip to San Miguel. If you want to be as close as possible to La Parroquia, I'm talking like 2 doors away from the central pedestrian zone, 2 doors, is La Morada. La Morada is a wonderful hotel. They don't have a central place much decorated to sit and relax and wait on your friends, but the rooms are very large, very contemporary, very nice linens, very big, huge bathrooms. So if you're looking for a space for you and maybe get a rollaway bed for a small child and you're looking for a big, great, huge room, La Morada might be the right place for you. Also, they are one of the hotels that you actually go down the street to the restaurant La Correo to get your breakfast in the morning. So it's nice to get out and walk and wander if you want to stay at La Morada, but your breakfast is down the street about 5 doors. So just a couple of blocks further than La Morada is another great hotel, and this one is called Casa Carmen. This is a B&B style. It's a very small hotel. It's very casual. It feels very old school San Miguel. They have a really nice breakfast in the morning in their center courtyard. I've actually seen some films filmed in there as well, but it is more basic, but the feel in there is really nice. It's super cozy. If in the same direction, so from La Parroquia, the first was La Morada, the second is Casa Carmen, and up the hill is called Hacienda Los Amantes. This hotel feels so romantic and so intimate. It's actually about a 3 or 4 minute walk up the hill, and remember that in San Miguel, you're at 6,200 feet, so you are at altitude. But this hotel has a center courtyard. There is a community table for breakfast with a small kitchen for what they serve. The rooms are cozy and warm with the old stone walls and the beautiful linens, traditional linens that are handmade. If you're on a romantic weekend, then Los Amantes is definitely the place to go. If you are more of the independent traveler and digital nomad type of person, then I would suggest that you stay at Selina. It is right behind La Parroquia. It's actually not just across the street from Casa Rosada. Here they have a group workspace. They have a mezcaleria in the center. It's a little bit more bare bones. They have a gorgeous rooftop bar with an incredible view, but this space feels to me more a little long-term stay. It's a little more boho chic. It's a really nice place and it's relatively inexpensive. I think it's around $80, but you can check the exact price for your stay in the description below. So let's go behind La Parroquia. You know the image of the church, the parroquia, with the spires behind it and the dome and the street that everybody wants to take pictures on? You can take pictures there, just go early in the morning. Nobody's there, I promise. On that street, there are 2 wonderful hotels that I would recommend. The first is Hotel Matilda. Matilda is a luxury hotel. They have a wonderful restaurant called Moxie. They have a pool there as well. The service is incredible. It is very sophisticated, very chic, and it is a wonderful place to stay. Also on Calle, which is Street Aldama, the same as Hotel Matilda, is a space and hotel that feels like a sanctuary. And it is actually called the Hacienda of the Sanctuary. So Hacienda Los Santuario. It is a wonderful, wonderful hotel. They do serve breakfast inside. It has a beautiful center courtyard. There's steps through a garden as well. There's actually an old food cart. There's a place to get an agua fresca. It is a wonderful, charming, feel-good hotel. If you're looking for a romantic weekend or you're just hanging out with your partner and you want something quiet, want to read a book, then this hotel is a wonderful space to stay. If you are looking for luxury and sophistication, but you don't want to be quite so far away as the Rosewood, then I recommend Hotel Sierra Nevada or the Belmond, which is the same thing. This hotel is very delicious and very sophisticated. Pricing is about the same as the Rosewood. The rooms are super elegant. The staff is second to none. They have a wonderful restaurant in the center. We were there on a Sunday morning and they had an artist in the middle of the restaurant making a painting. Just really, really nice. Pure elegance and sophistication at the Belmond or Hotel Sierra Nevada. So the final hotel is in the opposite direction. It is about 2 blocks to the right of La Parroquia. It's a little bit further than most of the other hotels I've mentioned, and it is a Casa Luna. Inside, again, it's a wonderful sanctuary. They don't serve breakfast though. They have incredible artwork. I mean, gigantic pieces of artwork. And it feels very safe and wonderful inside there. I think if I were coming for some art classes and didn't care about getting a space with breakfast, I think that I would stay in Casa Luna just to be inspired with all the art around me. There are plenty of tables. There's actually probably some workspace if you're an artist, and it feels very private and it's very quiet because it is a couple of blocks away from all the hubbub in the center of La Parroquia. So that about sums up all these amazing hotels in and around La Parroquia in the center of San Miguel. Of course, there are plenty of other options. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the description below. I did try and pick hotels that are well known, couple off the beaten path, but not too far from the center of town, because in my opinion, when you come here, what do you want to do? You want to do everything that is in and around the Central Jardín. So I am Kim, the Abundant Traveler. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in San Miguel or some other amazing town in Mexico. Cheers, everybody, and thank you so much.